Here's where you can view your job application settings. That is actually really cool. Upload your resume right into LinkedIn so you can just easily share it with recruiters, or when you're doing easy apply, your resume is right here. What's up, guys? Welcome to today's free training for the LinkedIn All-Star Academy. I'm your host, Zach Scriven, and today we're going to be going over every LinkedIn profile setting imaginable. And, in the year 2020, with the coronavirus, everyone is online. People are searching for your name, whether you're applying for a job or you're an entrepreneur like myself, starting a business. You want to be found on LinkedIn, and so you want to get these profile settings right. All right, data privacy. This is the fifth section. We got one more, advertising data, which will be a really fun one. So hang in there with me, guys. So data privacy. Again, this is a sensitive topic, but here's where you can manage how your data is used. You can guarantee that your data is very valuable because LinkedIn's acquisition price, Microsoft's acquisition price per user of LinkedIn was like $250. I think they got bought for like 26 billion, and the number of users at the time divided by that is 200. And the Microsoft valued LinkedIn at around $250 per user. So your data is very valuable. That's how it's using your data to send better advertising to you. But again, this is that whole topic. Like, I want to be shown better ads. Like, if there's someone out there on LinkedIn that can genuinely help me, I want to be shown that data. I want to train LinkedIn, to get better for everyone. So, you could look at that like this, if you guys have seen The Social Dilemma, and primarily focused on Facebook, but LinkedIn is catching up in terms of their algorithm and how advanced it is. Here's how you can manage your data and activity. If you guys are scared of that, here's where you can turn it off. So here's all the activity that I did regarding my data profile, like for data that you provided for advertisers. So here you can see that form that I submitted earlier. It shows that my data was submitted to an advertiser through LinkedIn. Here I filled out another form. So any data that you exchange with an advertiser can be viewable here. This is actually really cool. So here's where you can get a copy of your data. You can download everything: articles, imported contacts, invitations, recommendations, connections, messages, profiles, registration. You can request that archive. It might take some time, but let's say you're looking at moving to one of those new apps like BizFluence and you want to export your data, you can do that here. I like that LinkedIn doesn't try to lock you into it. Here's where you can share your salary data. That's actually pretty cool. I submitted my salary data here. Again, I did that because I wanted to make LinkedIn better, not because I'm afraid LinkedIn's trying to use me or whatever. Although they are. I'm using LinkedIn too. Here's the search history. You can clear your search history. Pretty straightforward. Personal demographic information. Here's where I can give LinkedIn more information about myself so advertisers can better target me. I've actually never filled this out, but I actually do want to. So here I am, a male. I'm white, Caucasian. I do not have a disability. I'm not a veteran. And then here's the important part. How does LinkedIn use this data? Let me blow this up for you guys. Your demographic data will not be shown on your profile. It will be used to provide aggregated workforce and salary insights to you and others, to feature news, for advertisements and other content personalized for you, and to provide tools and insights to help employers reach a diverse talent pool. So there's probably people that would argue that by doing this, I'm giving myself a disadvantage, and that if I was maybe something like, I don't know, if there was like non-binary here, and I don't know, something like that, maybe the algorithm would show me to more people. But that's a topic for another day. I'm just not afraid of who I am and sharing it. So that's who I am. And I love everybody. And I'm sharing this information with LinkedIn too, because I want LinkedIn to be better for everyone. Social and economic and workplace research. Yes, I want to participate in that research. They're sharing this data with third parties. So what does this mean? This research we do for product development and support to protect our members and systems against security threats, fraud, and other violations of our terms. The use of de-identified data, such as widely shared characteristics that do not personally identify you. So this is like that whole mass data. It's taking my name off of my data, but compiling it with other people's data who are like me for research. We're training the AI here. I love it. I have it set to yes. Here's your job seeking preferences. A lot of job searchers out there on LinkedIn. Here's where you can view your job application settings. That is actually really cool. Upload your resume right into LinkedIn so you can just easily share it with recruiters, or when you're doing easy apply, your resume is right here. You can have it save your self ID information, such as gender or race, to submit with your applications. I really think that LinkedIn and resumes are going to become one and the same going forward. So the more tightly integrated those are, the better. Sharing your profile when you click apply. Do you want to share your full profile with the job poster? I have it set to yes. Commute preferences. Here's where you can enter. This is really cool. When you're searching for jobs on LinkedIn and you're considering what your commute's going to be, you can enter your start address here. And then it'll ask you how you prefer commuting, how long are you willing to walk, when do you start your commute, and it's going to use data probably from like Bing Maps and everything from Microsoft's ecosystem to really optimize your work experience. That's pretty cool. I could see the future of that getting pretty interesting as technology gets more advanced. Here's where you can signal to interest to recruiters at companies that you've created job alerts for. So if you want to share your interest with recruiters who may want to connect with you, people like you, for job alerts at their company, but they can't guarantee complete privacy. So what that means is like, it's basically letting recruiters know you're open to being recruited. And the reason why some people may not want that is because they may not want their current employer to know that. So that's why they can't guarantee privacy. Because like the reason why is like, if your own team has a recruiter LinkedIn account, then they'll be able to see people on their team who are open to recruiting. So pretty interesting there. Store job applicant accounts. Here's third-party job applicant accounts. So it looks like maybe like Indeed, if it can connect there. I'm not sure. I have no applicant accounts here, but if I did, that's where they would be. And here's where we have other applications. Here's some permitted services that I've authorized for data sharing. So I connected Canva to LinkedIn. That's pretty cool. Canva is a free graphic design tool that you can actually post directly to LinkedIn. You can make your graphics and post them directly to LinkedIn from Canva. They actually have a scheduling tool now too, which is really cool. And then if this, then that, it's like a Zapier type of integration. Here you can see I've integrated Microsoft. So those are your permitted services. And last but not least, under data privacy is your Microsoft Word. Choose whether your work experience descriptions from your LinkedIn profile can be shown in Resume Assistant, which is a new feature within Microsoft Word. That's really cool. So if you have allow Microsoft Word to display your work experience descriptions from your profile to users of Resume Assistant. So if you're in Resume Assistant on Microsoft Word and you have this feature enabled, you can pull in your work experience and your bio like directly into the resume builder. Remember what I was saying, LinkedIn and resumes are kind of becoming one and the same, and Microsoft is leading that change. It's really cool. I like it. All right. So advertising data, that is the sixth and final section of every LinkedIn profile setting imaginable in 2020 and in 2021. Again, hit that like button if you guys have made it this far. It looks like we're going to be able to get this in under an hour, which is what my goal was. But maybe this one might take a minute. So because advertising is getting better every day out here on LinkedIn. So here's where you can choose how your data is used to show you more relevant ads. Profile data for ad personalization. Yes. Let them use my name and my company to show me relevant content of ads and jobs. So like if I've worked at Coca-Cola and someone was trying to market to Coca-Cola and they did a LinkedIn display ad campaign, they could target users of Coca-Cola. But if I had this set to no, LinkedIn would not be able to use the fact that I work for Coca-Cola to show me ads. Again, I don't know why you'd want that. If there's a company out there that thinks that they could help Coca-Cola or help some other manufacturer like 3M or, Tesla, I want to see those ads. I probably want to click on them too. Interest categories. Here's all of the interests that I have. This is like psychographic data that advertisers can use. Like if I like Oculus, let's say I like VR, then maybe Facebook might display an Oculus ad for me because I can share my interests. So yeah, and there's a lot of interests here. Look at that, down to every specific category. So we're going to save that setting. Now we're going to go down to data collected on LinkedIn. Choose what type of data you would like LinkedIn to use to show you more relevant ads. Do you want it to use your connections? Do you want it to use your location, your postal zip code? Do you want to use demographics? Things like your age or gender? Do you want LinkedIn to be able to use companies that you follow? I think that's a really good one. If you're running LinkedIn ads and targeting people that follow a certain company, that's a pretty good way to immediately have a way to connect with that person. So yeah, I want that. Groups. Can LinkedIn show you ads based on what groups you follow? So there's a popular group like Ignition SCADA users on LinkedIn. And if I were, trying to market to a SCADA job to people, I might want to run a display ad to people that were in that group. Because remember, LinkedIn organic reach is going down. Eventually, you're going to have to start leveraging its ad platform, much like you have to on Facebook now. Education. Can it use your education? And you can break it down to schools, field of study, degrees, skills, last year, graduation year. Can it use your job information, your current job or your past jobs to run you display ads, or your employer? And then third-party data. Choose how you'd like data from your activity off LinkedIn to be used to show you more relevant ads. Audience insights for websites you visit. Can LinkedIn use information about your visits to other websites, including across devices, to provide insights which do not identify you to these websites to help them better understand their audience, whether or not you are logged into our services? What that means is LinkedIn's going to track you, whether or not you're logged in across devices, to learn more about you. Now, the reason why I think people would advocate for having this off, because like you don't necessarily gain a whole lot from having this. LinkedIn has everything to gain. You have nothing to gain unless you leverage LinkedIn's ad platform, which I'm eventually, I'm leveraging every aspect of LinkedIn to the most. So I'm going to leave that on. Do you want to see ads beyond LinkedIn? Can LinkedIn show you personalized ads off LinkedIn? So like, can it show you ads in your Outlook inbox, or can it show you ads on your Bing search results? Or, this is the whole, I think the pixel aspect, like LinkedIn created their own pixel that will be able to track you on these other websites. Interactions with businesses, pretty self-explanatory. And then ads related actions. Can LinkedIn use information about actions you took in response to ads? That's all the advertising data.